Hi, and welcome to the Ayni Podcast, a place where we share ideas, lessons, and experiences to help each other grow. I'm your host, Juan Ortega, and today I'm talking with Arcenia Belo. Arcenia is an air traffic controller from Timor-Leste with over 7 years of experience in aviation. She's a Fulbright Scholar studying Aviation Management at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University and the first woman from her country to pursue a master's in this field. In this episode, Arcenia tells us about how a childhood memory at a small runway sparked her path into aviation, what it means to build a career in a country that's only 24 years old, and why she's working to open doors for the next generation of women in aviation. Without further ado, let's get into it. Hello, good to have you here, Arsenia. It's been a while since we saw each other in the Houston conference.
Yeah, Joanne, it's good to see you again. It is. It's been a while now. I'm so happy that I had a chance to meet you in person and now we can connect through your podcast. So thank you for having me.
Of course, no, thank
A
you.
lot to share with you. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk a little bit about your experience. So as I said, we met in the Houston conference a few weeks ago. That was mid May. That was an amazing conference with a lot of people from different countries. We were about 150 people from more
hmm
than 30 countries. Way more than 30
60
countries.
countries, actually.
60
More than
countries.
60 countries.
That's
Yeah.
amazing. So the more people I got to know, people like you, the more I realized how important it is to share different experiences. So again,
hmm
thank you so much for being here, and let's start with some questions. So you're pursuing aviation, right?
hmm
So take us back to your home country, to Suai. What is it about that runaway that sparked something in you?
I grew up in Suai, in a small town in Southeast Asia, a country called Timor-Leste. So as a child, I was so fascinated in aircraft whenever aircraft landed in runway in Suai. But again, there's a story behind it. When I was 8 years old, I met this guy. Um, he is from Australia. He's an army, I think, and he was also air traffic controller at the time. But so I usually cross the runway every time my family and I we want to go to church. So after church, my mom always told me, "You go to that foreigners or that army and asking them a water, bottled water." So I asked them at the moment and at that time, and then they gave me water. So the first English word that I knew at that time was, "Mister, give me a bottle of water, please." And they gave me.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know. It's fascinating. So after that, that happened in 2000, around 2002. And then yeah, and fast forward, I graduated from high school, and then I finished my bachelor. And then after graduate, jumped into aviation sector. And then 20 years later, I had a chance to meet him again, this person,
Wow.
and which is amazing. And it's so interesting that I met him at the tower where I used to work as an air traffic controller.
Was
So
okay.
yeah.
So you
Mhm.
said y- you will speak Portuguese in Timor Leste, right?
Yes.
So your mom told you, "Hey, that's how you ask for the water. Go and ask them." So that's
Mhm.
probably one of your first experiences speaking with
Mhm.
foreigners, right? And
Mhm.
then you used to ask water, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Basically, you encounter him years later in the tower you were working or studying, right?
Yes, that's true. So, like again, so Timor Leste is one of the youngest countries. So, a little bit background that we have two official languages, which is first one we call it Tetun, our mother tongue, and the second one is Portuguese.
Nice.
Uh, so yeah, because of the colonization. So yes, um, but again, that was the first sentence that my mom taught me at that time, because my mom used to work with international people, because my mom is she's not in aviation, but she's a nurse. So she used to work with people who know how to speak English at the time. So she knows a little bit English at the time. So she taught me that. She said, like, you go to that mister and ask them water. So yeah, I just learned from my mom about it, and then I just did what my mom told me to do. So
That I
yeah,
mean,
that's how interesting it is. Yeah.
so your dream started at a small runaway, right? And
Yes.
then it became kind of like your mission to build safe aviation infrastructure in your country, right? So, and you already
Yes.
said it, the Timor-Leste is one of the youngest nations in the world,
Hmm.
2002.
Hmm.
Wow. That's like
Hmm.
what, 24 years. I'm older than your country.
Yeah.
so,
I
so
know.
what does it mean to build an aviation career in a country that it is building itself?
Yeah. So again, building an aviation career in Timor Leste, it means growing alongside with the nation itself. For me, so our aviation sector is still, still developing, which comes with many challenges, of course, but it also creates unique opportunities. I will say, again, because this is a new country, we have to start from the scratch, and our infrastructure also still developed. So we need more networking, and then working alongside with aviation professionals. So for me, again, I every improvement, every new procedure, every investment in safety and an infrastructure that contributes directly into countries' progress. So as aviation professionals, we're not simply doing our jobs, but we are also helping, build system that connect our country to the region and to the developed country.
Yeah, that's very interesting because many people don't know how complex it is,
Mhm.
the logistic part.
Yeah.
I mean, I can totally guess
Yeah.
that it is very hard,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
now you've been in that field, and especially you're trying to contribute in the infrastructures, right? So it's more efficient, and as you said, to connect your country with the world. That's an amazing purpose, honestly. So I'm really
Yeah.
glad you get to work there. Uh, so you've spent 7 years in the as an air traffic controller before pursuing your
Mhm.
Fulbright scholarship. What made you
Yes.
decide that it was time to go further?
So yeah, it is, again, I have worked many years, more than, let's say, 7 years plus, uh, being an air traffic controller. So I've learned many things when I was doing my job as an air traffic controller. I have trained in skill that is technical skill, like beyond procedure. So now that I have worked in that technical skills, I would like to expand my knowledge in a managerial level. That is why I choose to pursue my master degree in aviation management through
Hmm.
Fulbright Scholarship.
Yeah.
And thanks to the Fulbright program that I got to accept this scholarship and to be selected as Fulbright f- student foreign student program to study my aviation management at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And yeah, so again, the reason I want to pursue my master degree in aviation management is because I would like to expand my knowledge in order to see more like in a management level, because I want to learn about leadership, policy, system, and then how to provide or create opportunities for younger generation. And I think, and also fun fact is that I'm the first woman from my country to pursue master degree in aviation management.
Oh,
That's
wow.
that's that's something that shocked me as well. Even I checked in my
Congratulations.
university where I studied. I know. So I kind of feel like this is a big responsibility. So that's why for me it's a personal. It's really personal decision to come here, because I'm not carrying only myself, but also carrying my flag, my country, representing my country. And again, studying in the US, this is developed country, and I want to learn as much as I can, and gaining all the experiences, gaining all the knowledge in aviation sector in order for me to, after I graduate, I would love to apply all the knowledge into development of aviation in in my country Timor Leste. So yeah,
That is
that's
amazing. Oh, that, and again, congratulations. I think what you said is very important. When you are a Fulbright student, a Fulbrighter
yeah.
in the US, you're representing your country, right? And I
Yes,
think
that's correct.
they did a very good job picking you because you have this purpose of contributing to your country. That's amazing. And that's what I felt when we were in the conference. We were all
Mhm.
trying to contribute to this world, into our country. So that's cool. So not only did you get a Fulbright scholarship, but I also
Mhm.
heard you are a 2026 International Aviation Women's Association scholarship recipient, which is awesome. Please, could you please share a little bit about that experience? What does it mean for you? And is it something that you had to apply? How does that work?
Yes, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so grateful to be selected as Iowa scholarship recipient for year 2026. So again, Iowa is an international aerospace women's association. So Iowa is a nonprofit organization. They supported many students that has background in aviation, not only aviation but also aerospace. So they basically taking care of managing, uh, providing mentorship, partnership, and they have annual conferences every year. And so usually how do I get this scholarship? It's because Iowa, they partnership with many universities around the world, not only in the US, but also across the globe. So again, because I am a student of Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, so I was nominated by my university. So basically, I received an email from my university saying that, oh, Arcenia, you are eligible to apply for Iowa scholarship. And at that time, I was like, oh, yeah, why not? I just need to give it a shot. And then I try to apply it. And it turns out Iowa scholarship itself, you know what? Before this, I have dreamed of Iowa scholarship 3 years ago. So fun fact, honestly, one fun fact is that when I was in Australia, when I did my training there, I was looking for like scholarship opportunities at the time 3 years ago in 2023, and I remember I wrote down in my personal journal, and then I found Iowa scholarship. But back then, I didn't know that to apply Iowa scholarship, you have to be an active student under higher university. So this is not Iowa scholarship is not like you have to apply it like directly, but you have to apply through your university. So
Oh, I
it
see.
depends on how Iowa with which university. So again, 3 years ago, I wrote it. I was again as a student, because back then when I was searching, long before I got this scholarship as a Fulbrighter, so I've searching like any opportunities for scholarship because I wanted to study in aviation. I wanted to study in aviation. School, Aviation University. And then I found a scholarship, but I didn't know that this scholarship, again, like I mentioned, this scholarship is only provide for university that they partnership with. But then after I got this scholarship and I received this scholarship, I go back to my personal journal and I just found out that I literally wrote it down and it's like a dream come true because I didn't know it turns out something that I've been dreaming of. So for me, when that moment happened, it was just surreal. It was just like, this is meant to be mine. You know what I mean? So it's a dream come
Exactly.
true. So,
That's
and
so
again,
nice.
for Iowa, yeah. And again, Iowa scholarship, it's not, it's beyond financial support because they provide mentorship. They also provide partnership. They also provide networking, global networking. They're helping you a lot. And I have heard many testimonies from Iowa, previous Iowa recipient scholar, and then how the mentorship that we get, we will obtain. They will help us to do something about aviation in our future. And that I think I found out that it really aligns with my vision and mission to my future career, and then that's aligned with my vision and mission after I graduate. So yeah, again, I'm so happy, I'm so thrilled, and I can't wait to attend this um, annual conferences of Iowa. And again, this is open for many women around the world, so everyone can apply. You just have to go to Iowa. official website, if make sure that the university that you are in enroll to partnership with them, and then they're really open to help many students that is interest in aviation sector. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. And hey, for the audience that are listening to us, like if you are a woman that are interested in aviation, or do you know someone who would like that, you can reach to Arcenia through her.
Yeah,
I don't know,
sure.
probably if that's okay, to share your LinkedIn account or email, so they can
Yeah.
ask about your experience, because that's the whole idea of this podcast, right? To connect with people
Yes.
that would like
Mm-hmm.
to reach to certain places. And from other interviews I've had, it's the same with all of us. It's like we wanted something, but not only because the status or anything like that, but because we knew that opportunity would allow us to reach to a like a higher purpose, right? Like in your case,
That's
it's
true.
aviation. That's
Mm-hmm.
amazing, and people do realize that. So Fulbright
Mm-hmm.
knows that's why you got chosen. So that is amazing. And you were telling us,
Yeah.
so as a woman in aviation and from a small developing country, what
Mm-hmm.
barriers did you face that others might not see?
Well, okay. Talking about women in aviation in Timor Leste, currently I am establishing women in aviation in Timor Leste. So I'm the founder of that. I'm still working on it because this is my vision again. That's why how I connect with Iowa, because I know they will help me with that. So yeah, I think one of the challenges that we face is that we don't have direct, access to the resources. So for me, that's one of the challenging. That's why I have this vision that I would like to create a platform that advocate for women, especially women who are interested in aviation. So the way I'm going to do it is that I would love to have, maybe future podcasts like this, like as you're doing right now, and then inviting expertise and sharing their experiences so that I can expose what aviation is. Because I do believe people in my country, young generation, they haven't heard much about aviation sector. So I want to expose them about aviation in their early age. So I have
Yeah,
this vision and mission to socialize, make socialization in the school, and then sharing that if any of you interested in to become a pilot one day, to become an air traffic
yeah,
controller one day, flight attendant one day, or an engineer one day. So yeah, those kind of things. So that's one of the challenge. So people, they don't have access in general knowledge in aviation yet so far. But interestingly, uh, nowadays, women itself, 40% women in my country, Timor Leste, it has been growing, which is good in aviation. So, but I would like to develop aviation sustainability, for the people, so everyone has the same opportunity to access, higher education in aviation or what they want to do in the future. So, yeah.
of course, and that is nice, because I think sometimes we forget that our experiences might not be similar as other people. So you said you had
That's true.
these experiences, from asking for some water to joining that specific place where you met this person that probably
Hmm.
inspired you even more. Other
Hmm.
people, might be a little curious, so you might be the one opening those doors. So that
Yeah.
is very nice. So for someone watching this from a small town or a developing country who thinks these opportunities aren't for people like them, what would you want them to hear?
Uh, yeah. So again, I would like to share this. This is important. So before we will learn how to run, we have to learn how to walk. So for me, it's like there's plenty of opportunities out there. So you all you need is just to find the opportunities. You have to try, never give up, and then find any opportunities. And this might be one of the platform that's sharing information, and then you will find a lot of like information that can open door for you. So one of the things that I would like to share here is that you don't have to be perfect to start something. You know, all you need to do is that you find out uh, what you want, what you want to pursue, and then start with that. And then I believe everything will works out for you when you believe most of the time. So yeah, go for it. That's
I
it.
think that's
Yeah.
important. I think yeah, I was talking with another Fulbrighter the other
Yeah.
day, and then she told me like, sometimes you just gotta do it, and I think that's true for many of the things. We sometimes overthink and over prepare. You just gotta
Hmm.
start doing things, and of course, as you said, it's not gonna be perfect, and that's totally fine.
Yeah.
Sometimes we believe, oh, the world is watching, so what? Most people wouldn't even try it, and
Yes.
you
That.
uh you are one of the first, or you are the first, you said, a woman in taking management in aviation in your country, and
Mhm.
you might be the first one talking in a podcast on that as well. So hey,
Yes.
that's
Yes,
that's
that's
about
true.
it.
Yeah.
So
So let me add more
of
for this
course,
one. Again, like I said, you don't have to be perfect to start something, but if you have a dream, catch the dreams, and then go for it, because I do believe that if I can do it, and of course you can do it. So, and you just have to have this, faith in yourself that if Arcenia can do it, it's Juan can do it, everyone can do it. I also can do it, because
of
nothing
course,
is impossible when you believe. So, yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's hard. You gotta go work hard. You're gonna face some setbacks. That's totally
Mhm.
fine. And this is
Mhm.
what I is for, to help you out with some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm really thankful we got to talk, Arsenia. It was really nice to get
Thank
to
you
know your
so
story.
much.
And it would be wonderful to, keep in touch. I would like to have you once again, probably in the future, in another episode, to talk a little further about aviation as well. And
Yeah.
yeah,
That. Hmm.
yeah. So feel free as well to shoot me any message whenever you'd like to keep chatting.
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, we are the full brighter, not half brighter. So keep
Okay.
fighting
Okay.
for
Let's
our
be
dreams
Friday.
to make
Bye
an
bye.
impact. Bye bye. Thank you, Juan.